No one was doing anything to that jackass. How can you just sit there and
What you have to say is important. I'm going to ask that you wait until our two new members are introduced. That way we can give you our full attention. Is that something that you'd be willing to do?
sure. Then I'm speaking my mind.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tess. I would have been here last week, but I'm part of the PTA. My kids had a car wash that I had to volunteer at, and my friend and I were preparing for a 5K, so I didn't want to let her down. But I'm glad to be here this week. I look forward to getting to know all of you. I am very much into fitness, so if you need any tips or you need any help, I'm like totally here for you. Hi, my name is Maddie, and I get really anxious being around new people. But I'm here today and I feel really good about that. Welcome, Maddie. And I'm sure it didn't make it any easier with Miss Knight shouting.
Welcome, Tess and Maddie. Now, Miss Knight, what was it like for you to have me ask you to wait?
It's like you don't even care about anyone and you're the one who's supposed to be in charge.
If I care, I'll take charge.
Well, somebody has to be in charge and take control.
How does control serve you?
It's not just for me, it's for everyone here.
You're letting all of us know that your desire for me to take control is because you care about everyone that's here. How does control take care of you? I don't need to be taken care of, and I don't want to be in control, but somebody has to be. I just need them to stop throwing the ball at people. It doesn't feel right that T was throwing the ball at people, and obviously, it's absurd that I even have to bring this up. And there's a part of you that doesn't want to have to be in control, and yet there's also another part of you that feels like you have to be in control. So, what might happen if no one is in control? Chaos. Do you know what it's like to live in chaos? I do. And it's fucked up. That's fair. Chaos can feel unsafe. It doesn't feel unsafe. It is unsafe. It's been your experience that chaos is unsafe. Yes, and it's normal to feel that way. Can you say more about that? I could, but I didn't come here for that. I came here to learn some skills, and the only thing I've learned so far is that you won't keep us safe. Do you need me to keep you safe? Earlier, you took care of yourself by speaking up. At the same time, you want me to address T throwing the ball at others. So maybe there's a part of you that wants to be taken care of. You can't trust people to take care of you, and also fears being let down and disappointed if you allow someone to try and take care of you. Exactly, that's what I just said. So I take care of myself. You haven't had the experience of others taking care of you in a way that feels safe. And maybe that's part of what's happening here. You're looking to me to give you that felt sense of safety by taking good care and addressing what's happening with T. Maybe we could make space to talk about what feels safe for each person and how we might cultivate that felt sense of safety within our group.
Well, T hasn't thrown the ball once today. Maybe that helps Miss Knight to feel safer.
What feels safe for you, TC?
I don't know. I guess I feel safer when everyone else feels safe. It's kind of hard to admit, but I like the feeling of sort of towering over people. And that's why I wear high heels all the time. Well, I'd feel less safe being in heels. I mean, how are you going to run away from danger in those things? But I do get how being strong feels powerful, and that's why being fit is so important to me. Yeah, whiny, weak people are so annoying.
Finally, something we agree on.
What to you is weak, though? Not speaking up, being afraid? Some of us have good reason to be afraid. It's not easy being queer, gay, lesbian, whatever you want to call it. I didn't choose to be this way. And yet people hate me for just being me. I'm cool with gays. It's people want to sit around and whine about their problems all the time are annoying.
Yeah, I'm not talking about gay people either. I'm talking about people who bitch and moan about how awful their life is and don't take any action over things that they can control. You can choose to take control or you can choose to act like you're helpless.
You make it sound so easy. Clearly, you've never been depressed. You have no idea what it's like. You can't just snap out of it. Well, I think everyone is saying something important about safety, control, and choice. I've noticed that I feel the most safe when I have choice. And I think the younger, wounded part of myself like remembers when I didn't have choice. Even now, I can get anxious and nervous when I feel like I'm in a situation where I might feel trapped. Even like a social situation. I used to feel panics like every time I would get an invite to go somewhere. Once I realized that I could actually leave anytime I wanted to, that I had choice, then I started to realize, okay, I can go and I can leave whenever I want. And that just made me feel so much better, recognizing that I had that choice. I mean, the choice was there all along, but it's not something I ever thought about or considered. And then that just made me feel so much better. So I try to have compassion for my younger self that was helpless and couldn't and didn't have choice and couldn't get away. And then I try to remind that part of myself that I'm grown up now and that part of me no longer needs to be afraid because I do have choice now. I'm not saying it's that easy, but it's something that I'm working on.
T, what did it feel like to hear what Tammy shared?
Dumb. It felt dumb.
That's more of a thought. Do you have a sense of what emotions you felt hearing?
Annoying.
So you felt annoyed.
Duh. That's what I just said.
It's true, you did. And maybe I'm being annoying too. T, your honesty is helpful. I wonder if I could ask you a question.
Sure, whatever.
How did you know you were annoyed?
I don't know.
Did you notice what you felt in your body when you felt annoyed and you had that thought of this is dumb?
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to slam the ball into her stomach.
Her stomach. Why not her forehead or the top of her head like you did with Cece and Sully last week?
I don't know. I guess what she said kind of made sense, but it was still annoying.
So it made some sense, and maybe you also wanted to knock the wind out of her. And bonking Sully on the top of the head?
I wanted her to snap out of her trance. If I have to be here, so does she.
And what were you communicating to Cece when you bonked her in the forehead?
I don't know. She was talking shit about me to Sully. I just wanted her to stop.
Cece defending Sully against you left you feeling on the outside of things by Cece not speaking directly to you. And Cece, maybe it felt easier to defend Sully rather than to speak up about how you felt about seeing her hit with the ball. You and T have something in common. Well, you both have a difficult time saying how you really feel. T uses the ball to communicate, and Cece, you tend to empathize with other people, like Sully, for instance, to distract from what it is that you're really feeling. So by empathizing with others, it still kind of communicates how you feel, but it also draws the attention away from yourself. Maybe that feels safer, much like the way that you express yourself through art.
Wow, I've never really thought about it like that, but it feels right.
How do you know that it feels right?
I guess I kind of feel it in my chest, kind of a release.
Would you be willing to breathe into that space that you feel in your chest?
I can try.
Okay, let's try that. What are you noticing?
I see kind of a warm light glowing in my chest, and I feel lighter.
Praise Jesus. That's the Holy Spirit trying to get through to her.
Whoops, I dropped it.
Seems like a good place to stop. Let's pause for now, and next week we'll circle back around to why it feels so scary to let others know what you really think and feel.